Hey, it's Troyia Monay back to y'all with another video. Today's video is super exciting as always. Today wraps up my Shopify series, you guys. I hope you guys have been enjoying this series, that it's been helpful for you. You guys have learned a lot of great things that you probably did not know previously about Shopify. So if this series has been helpful for you, let me know down below in the comment section, or let me know by giving this video a big thumbs up, you guys. So today wraps up the season, and today we're going to be talking all about what makes a great Shopify website, how to go through and create a great Shopify website. I'm going to go through and give you guys 10 tips and tricks for making a great Shopify site that is definitely going to convert and definitely going to increase those conversion rates, increase your AOVs, and definitely allow you guys to go through and see the results that you want to see as far as your customers hitting that checkout button. So stay tuned, go through and subscribe if you haven't already, and let's go ahead and jump right on in. Alright y'all, so I got my computer here with me today to help me out with all of my notes. So the first thing that is definitely going to help you when it comes to building your website on Shopify is number one, buy a theme, you guys. Of course, Shopify does come through with some free themes, but in my opinion, they are very basic, and you can only really do basic themes with those free themes that they go through and give you. So I recommend purchasing a theme. You can do one of two things. You can purchase a theme directly on the Shopify site. They do have themes available there for you to go through and purchase. Or you can even go on websites like themeforest.com. They have Shopify themes there as well for you guys to go through and download, and then you'll just add them and upload them as a file, a zip file to your Shopify site. So those are an option there as far as themes. The themes on Shopify, like I said, the free ones are very basic. So I do recommend buying your own theme so that way you are able to customize it up a little bit more and definitely add different layers and different aspects that those free themes do not offer you. So number one, buy a theme. Number two is content wins, you guys. I cannot tell you how many times I have gone on websites and I've seen vendor images, stock photos. You guys want to avoid that at all costs. You want to invest in creating quality, captivating content, you guys. The content on your website is really what's going to go through and drive those sales. Not only is it going to work its magic on social media, but you want to make sure that that same content is transpired over to your website as well, you guys. Content is what's going to make that site. You can buy the fanciest theme out there, but if you don't have the content to fill in the gaps in those spaces on those themes, it's not going to go through and do you any justice. So number two, definitely go through and get you some great content. Content wins the game. Content is what's going to go through and drive those sales. So number three is to think like a graphic designer when you are building out your website. I know a lot of you guys may not have a lot of experience with graphic design, but you're right here. You're on YouTube. YouTube has a plethora of different resources that are definitely going to help you with graphic design if you cannot go out and hire one. A great graphic designer is by the name of K. Marie Designs. I'll go through and insert her Instagram page here so you guys can go through and follow her. I just did a Wind Down Wednesday over on my Instagram page with her. So if you guys are looking for a graphic designer, definitely feel free to reach out to her. But if you can't go through and afford one, definitely use sites like Canva.com. Canva has a free plan that you guys can definitely go through and utilize. There's a ton of videos here on YouTube, even on TikTok, that will help you as far as building out your website banners, building out themes as far as your website goes, all by using Canva. You're just going to save those and implement those to your theme. So I would really recommend thinking like a graphic designer, taking advantage of creating your own banners and not necessarily using some of the different text options that your website themes may give you. Number five is less is more, you guys. You want to keep your websites simple. In my opinion, the best websites look really great when they're just all white, having an all white background. Once you start adding colors and layers and glitters and diamonds and bells and whistles, things get really confusing for your audience. So I really recommend that you guys go through and keep things simple. Keep things very simplistic. Definitely make sure your website is white, has a white background, and any type of layers or anything that you want to go through and add, definitely feel free to go through and add those, but make sure that they follow your brand. You want to make sure that you keep branding a priority, and that leads me into number 6. You want to make sure branding is a priority. You want your customers to follow along the entire journey of your brand, you guys. You want to take them along the entire journey of your brand as far as the buyer's journey is concerned. You want to make sure your brand is really cohesive. You don't want to go through and have 10, 11 different fonts. You don't want to have 10, 11 different shades of your color, whatever color choice that you go through and choose. You want to make sure that you have colors specific. You know the hex codes of those colors. You're consistently using those colors throughout your entire brand, not just on your website, but your entire brand, you guys. So that is number 6. Make branding a priority and make sure that you are sticking to your brand and making sure that everything is cohesive. Number 7 is to avoid too many pop-ups. I cannot tell you guys how many times I have gone on a website and the pop-ups irritate me to the point where I just leave. Like, I don't even care to see anything anymore. Just get me out of here. The pop-ups are annoying me, so let me go through and let me leave. In my opinion, I would say a maximum of 2 pop-ups. Maximum of 2 pop-ups. I would do one for email marketing and one for text marketing, and that's it. I cannot tell you guys how many times I've gone on a site and pop-ups have been everywhere. Like pop-up, 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 chat box here. We have, you know, someone just bought in so-and-so city down here. We have an email marketing pop-up. We have a text message pop-up. We have another pop-up talking about this cool little feature here of the site or anything like that, you know, special offer. So just make sure you guys are keeping the pop-ups at a minimum. You can turn them off and turn them on, you know, guarantee whatever campaigns you are running, but definitely keep it at a minimum. It definitely will irritate your audience and definitely, you know, result in no sales because you have gone through and discouraged your audience from wanting to see more. So definitely go through and avoid too many pop-ups for sure. Number 8 rather, is to inform without being too overly descriptive. We live in a decade where people do not like to read, you guys. So you really want to make sure that you are informing your audience of what you want to inform them of without being overly descriptive. Your homepage should not be paragraph form. Your homepage, in my opinion, shouldn't really have too many full-on sentences. You really want to make things extremely scannable to the eye so people can go through, easily see what you want to say. If there is an area of your site where you need to go through and be very, very descriptive, that's going to be where that footer is, where you're going to go through and have all of your policies, your return policy, your shipping policy, your terms of service, privacy policy, different things like that in that footer area. That's where you go through and you be descriptive as possible. On your homepage, you do not. Also on your product pages, that's also where you want to be very descriptive, where you're really going through and showcasing to your audience all that there is to know about that particular product. So definitely avoid run-on sentences. Like I said, we live in a decade where people don't like to read, so make sure everything on that homepage is very, very scannable to the eye. Up next is to take advantage of Shopify apps, you guys. I just did a whole video on Shopify apps. So if you have not gone through and watched that video, definitely go through and watch that entire video on how you can go through and add different apps to your Shopify store to make things a lot easier for yourself as far as marketing, to go through and make sure that you're captivating your audience when they do step foot on your website as well, you guys. So take advantage of Shopify apps. That is one thing that I love about Shopify, is the fact that they have third-party apps and different things that you can go through and download, add them to your site to make things that much more better as far as your website is concerned. And then last but not least, this is very, very important on your site. This is what also is going to help you guys generate a lot more sales, is you want to add as many call to actions as possible. Call to actions is you basically telling your audience what to do. So shop now, add to cart, anything that's like a verb. Shop now, add to cart, you know, check out this collection, click here, click there, visit our site here. Anything that is telling them what to do is called a call to action. Sign up for our email list, sign up for our text message list, anything like that. That is called a call to action, and you want to tell your audience what to do. You want to give your customers instructions. If you don't give them any instructions, they're not going to go through and follow through with some of the different things that you want them to do. So definitely add as many call to actions to your site, of course without overkill, that you can, so that way you are making sure that you are generating those sales by leading your audience into exactly where you want them to go, you guys. So that's it. Those are 10 different ways that you can go through and improve your Shopify site, different ways that you can build upon your Shopify site as well. I hope you guys have enjoyed this series. Give this video a big thumbs up if you have enjoyed this series. And if you have, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.